Under the cold hum of fluorescent lights, a high-tech lab gleams with promise. Sarah Chen, bathed in the screen's glow, fixates on the labyrinth of data before her. Her focus sharpens, the digital numbers blurring as she zeroes in on batch 37B. The weight of discovery presses heavily as she leans closer, her expression unreadable. A silent tension fills the room, the fate of her research hanging in the balance. The cold glow of the computer screen illuminates a lab, revealing a disturbing spike in cardiac arrhythmias among VitaLife test subjects. The data pulses ominously, hinting at unseen dangers lurking within the seemingly beneficial drug. Each line of code screams silent warnings, painting a grim picture of potential health disasters. The screen reflects a stark reality. VitaLife's promise hides a deadly secret. In the stillness of the night, Sarah's hands tremble as she gathers the reports. The printer buzzes, a mechanical drone amid the quiet dread. The reports stack up, each page a layer of mounting tension. Sarah's eyes dart around, the silence amplifying her apprehension. She clutches the reports, their weight heavy in her grasp. The hum of the printer fades, leaving only the echo of her racing heart. Sarah stands poised, presenting her data, the tension thick in the air. Mark, oozing arrogance, leans back, his condescending smile cutting through the room. The power dynamic is palpable, Sarah's professionalism clashing with Mark's dismissive demeanor. Her resolve hardens, her eyes reflecting determination despite the stifling atmosphere. Mark's office exudes power, the desk a fortress of paperwork, as he reclines with an air of untouchable ease. Sarah stands before him, her discomfort radiating in the charged air, a stark contrast to Mark's calm demeanor. Mark's voice cuts through the tension, a casual dismissal veiled as reassurance. "Sarah, you're new here." His words drip with condescension. "Trust the process," a patronizing shield against the unsettling truth. The chilling promise hangs in the air. These things have a way of working themselves out, a hollow comfort in the face of looming uncertainty. Sarah faces the HR representative, her posture reflecting a controlled unease as she clasps her hands tightly. Her voice, though steady, hints at the frustration simmering beneath the surface as she recounts her findings. The HR representative listens, her expression a mask of bureaucratic indifference as she takes notes. The scene underscores the growing tension between Sarah's earnestness and the HR representative's detached demeanor. In the sterile HR department, sunlight dances around Miss Chen as she awaits her fate. The HR representative smiles thinly, a practiced mask of concern. "We'll look into it, Miss Chen. Thank you for bringing this to our attention." Miss Chen's unease grows as she nods, trapped in the HR representative's gaze. Weeks later, Sarah finds herself in a basement office, a stark symbol of her demotion. The windowless room, filled with stacks of outdated paperwork, intensifies her isolation. The small, confined space becomes a visual representation of her professional exile. Each document, each file, is a reminder of her diminished status and the clear act of retaliation. The weight of her reassignment crushes her. In the dimly lit basement office, Sarah hunches over a wooden desk, her workspace illuminated by a single lamp. The scent of old paper and dust hangs heavy in the air as she meticulously documents every detail in a worn, leather-bound notebook. Her brow is furrowed in concentration, each interaction, threat, and retaliation recorded with unwavering focus. The scratching of her pen against the paper echoes in the stillness as she continues to write. Sarah sits alone, her movements precise as she consumes her lunch under the sterile glow of the fluorescent light. The cafeteria hums with a mechanical monotony, amplifying Sarah's solitude. David shuffles into view, his lab coat slightly askew, his face a roadmap of years dedicated to science. He approaches Sarah's table, his presence a stark contrast to her composed demeanor. The fluorescent lights cast long shadows as David nears, a silent prelude to an unspoken encounter. The lab cafeteria buzzes with the monotonous hum of the coffee machine. David leans in, his expression grave, as if sharing a dangerous secret. Whispers of VitaLife hang heavy in the air, unspoken yet palpable. "I've heard whispers about what happened with VitaLife, Sarah," David says, his voice barely above a murmur. He concludes with a tone of shared unease, I'm not happy with what's going on here either. In the dimly lit office, Sarah and David huddle together, brows furrowed as they scrutinize the data. Their fingers dance across the screens, tracing lines as they meticulously compare notes. Shadows stretch across the walls, amplifying the palpable sense of secrecy and urgency that fills the room. Evidence mounts as they compile their findings with unwavering focus. The air crackles with tension as they draw closer to the truth. In his office, David stands amid scattered papers, a storm of determination brewing within. He turns to Sarah, his eyes blazing with resolve. David's voice resonates with urgency. "This is bigger than both of us, Sarah. We have to do something," he asserts, a solemn vow hanging in the air. In the dim solitude of her apartment, Sarah lies awake, her eyes wide and fixed on the ceiling. The gravity of her choice settles around her, a tangible weight in the stillness. The silence amplifies the internal conflict, the decision to go public pressing heavily on her. Each shadow in the room seems to whisper doubts, the weight of responsibility palpable. The room is filled with a sense of anticipation as she prepares to face the world. The room is filled with shadows, the dim light casting long shapes across the walls, highlighting Sarah's solitude. Her face etched with resolve, a silent promise of action hangs in the air. Sarah's voice pierces the silence. "I can't live with the guilt of complicity." The weight of her words echoes in the dimly lit apartment, emphasizing her inner turmoil. Her voice strengthens with conviction. "I have to do what's right." In the face of overwhelming darkness, Sarah's determination shines as a beacon of hope. Amid the relentless pulse of the city, Sarah prepares to meet a well-known investigative journalist. In the heart of the city, Sarah meets the investigative journalist. Sarah solemnly declares, "Here is the comprehensive dossier of evidence." The investigative journalist accepts the dossier with a serious expression. Amid the city's relentless activity, the journalist clutches the dossier tightly, a look of determination etched across his face. The newsroom buzzes with frenetic energy as the VitaLife story dominates every corner. A symphony of ringing phones and hurried footsteps fills the air, each sound amplifying the urgency. Amidst the chaos, focused determination etches the faces of those chasing the truth. The collective effort pulses with a shared mission to uncover the heart of the VitaLife mystery. In the dim morning light, Sarah stares intently at the television screen, her expression a mix of shock and disbelief. The news unfolds the chilling reality of the VitaLife scandal, its stock price collapsing into a bottomless abyss. Sarah's eyes widen further, reflecting the stark realization of the unfolding disaster. The graph on the screen serves as a haunting symbol of VitaLife's impending doom. The pharmaceutical lab descends into turmoil as the scandal unfolds, its sterile environment now echoing with palpable dread. Mark Olson's face reflects the chaos, his eyes wide with fear as the weight of the unfolding crisis crashes over him. He stares blankly ahead, each new revelation hitting him like a physical blow. Mark's mounting fear is palpable as the scandal tightens its grip, threatening to engulf everything he holds dear. He struggles to maintain composure, but the lab's cold, harsh light only amplifies his increasing despair. He clenches his fists, a silent scream trapped in his throat as his world crumbles around him. Under the harsh glare of a single spotlight, Sarah sits alone at the witness table, her figure stark against the sea of faces. Behind her, the gallery buzzes with restless energy, reporters scribbling and spectators straining for a glimpse. Before her, a panel of senators looms, their expressions unreadable, their silence adding to the suffocating tension. The air crackles with anticipation, every breath held, every movement amplified in the charged atmosphere. Metallic microphones rise like silent sentinels, poised to capture every word, every nuance of the unfolding drama. The weight of expectation bears down on Sarah as she prepares to speak, her fate hanging in the balance. The hearing room buzzes with anticipation as Sarah, poised yet determined, faces the congressional panel. Stern faces surround her, the congressmen and women a wall of scrutiny. Cameras flash, capturing every flicker of emotion on Sarah's face. Reporters scramble to document every word, every nuance of the unfolding drama. With unwavering resolve, Sarah declares, "The truth is, VitaLife was causing significant harm to patients, and the company knew it. Her words hang in the air, a stark accusation against a powerful corporation. Under the stark glare of the hearing room lights, Mark Olson visibly sweats, a storm of accusations gathering around him. A senator's voice cuts through the tension. "Mr. Olson, let's be clear. Are you saying you had no knowledge of these activities?" Olson squirms, attempting to deflect. "With all due respect, Senator, I was not directly involved. My staff handled those matters." The senator's skepticism sharpens. "But as the head of the department, wouldn't you be ultimately responsible?" Olson's evasion drips with desperation. "Responsibility is a broad term, Senator. I trusted my people." The pharmaceutical lab stands almost empty, a sterile monument to shattered hopes. Empty lab benches stretch into the distance, tools untouched. The once bustling space echoes with silence, the absence of activity a stark reminder of VitaLife's failure. Each empty workstation tells a silent tale of dreams dissolved. The sterile environment reflects the cold reality of a promising drug pulled from the market. The air hangs heavy with unspoken disappointment, a future unwritten. The soft glow of a lamp paints Sarah's apartment in a warm light, highlighting the untouched stillness of her evening. The sudden ringing of her phone shatters the calm, drawing her attention with a piercing sound. With a questioning glance, Sarah answers, "Hello?" A voice from the other end speaks with purpose. "Good evening, Miss Sarah. My name is David from Ethical Pharmaceuticals. We are impressed with your resume, and we would like to offer you a job." The unexpected job offer hangs in the air. In the heart of the biotech firm, a bright, open office buzzes with collaborative energy. Sunlight streams through the glass walls, illuminating the faces of researchers immersed in their work. Ethical considerations are etched on every face as the scientists work together. A palpable sense of integrity fills the air, shaping the atmosphere. Sarah settles into her new office, the weight of purpose settling onto her shoulders. She begins reviewing the data, each line a step forward on her reborn career path. The numbers dance before her eyes, a symphony of potential and progress. In each calculation, Sarah sees a chance to redefine herself and her future. The office hums with potential, each corner filled with the promise of success and redemption. With renewed vigor, Sarah embraces her second chance, ready to carve her destiny. Bathed in the warm glow of the sun, Sarah and David stroll through the vibrant park. The gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, creating a symphony of nature's quiet. They exchange a knowing smile, a silent acknowledgement of their shared resolve. In their eyes, there is a quiet sense of accomplishment. They walk on, knowing they did the right thing. The pharmaceutical lab buzzes with life as scientists navigate the space, their work bathed in the light of technological marvels. Beakers bubble, robotic arms whir, and data streams across large displays, each element contributing to the symphony of discovery. Every experiment, every data point, is meticulously recorded and accessible, reflecting a shared commitment to the mission at hand. The lab stands as a temple of scientific advancement, where minds converge and technology empowers. The atmosphere hums with focused intensity, each scientist driven by a shared vision of groundbreaking discoveries. The team works with unwavering dedication, their efforts echoing through the state-of-the-art facility. In the heart of the new studio, an investigative journalist commands attention from his news desk. Behind him, a screen illuminates the narrative with images of pharmaceutical innovations and smiling patients. His voice resonates with conviction as he speaks of change. Inspired by Sarah's courage, the pharmaceutical industry is undergoing positive changes, prioritizing patient well-being and ethical practices. The images on the screen reflect a hopeful future, underscoring his message of transformation. His steady gaze and unwavering tone broadcast a message of hope and progress. The studio buzzes with an air of optimism, fueled by the promise of ethical advancements in medicine. Sarah stands at the window, her face soft with serenity. A wave of hope washes over Sarah, her eyes reflecting newfound peace. The sterile halls of her past fade into a distant, cold memory. Fulfillment blossoms within Sarah as she embraces her new path. Sarah smiles, the corporate world now a faint echo in the distance.